Have you ever wondered what secrets the universe has in store for you? This question may surprise you at first, but the universe has led you to this video for a reason. It's no coincidence that you're here right now, ready to explore the depths of spiritual insight revealed by James Van Praagh, America's leading psychic. James Van Praagh is not just a psychic, he is a spiritual teacher who has opened the doors to other dimensions. His ability to communicate with the afterlife has not only earned him worldwide recognition, but also a deep understanding of the complexity of our existence. In his latest revelation, he shares his visions of the next stage of human evolution, a stage that goes far beyond our current understanding of science and biology. Now we come to an extraordinary aspect of this video, looking at human evolution from a spiritual perspective. This approach emphasizes the importance of our inner development, which, according to Van Praagh, goes hand in hand with the evolution of our spiritual and intuitive abilities. The question that arises is not just how we will change physiologically, but how our consciousness and perception of the cosmos will expand. As Carl Sagan once said, "We are a way for the universe to recognize itself." These words reflect the mystical journey you will embark on in this video. Prepare to immerse yourself in a world that is both magical and enlightening, a world that could change your view of life and your role in the cosmic play. Clairvoyance is an ability that is often shrouded in mystique and mystery. It is the extraordinary gift of receiving information or visions about events that are outside the realm of normal sensory perception. A clairvoyant like James Van Praagh uses this ability to gain insights into the past, present and possible futures that remain hidden from others. These visions can come in the form of images, sounds or even emotional impressions that the psychic intuitively deciphers. Next, let's talk about the differences between clairvoyance and other paranormal abilities. While clairvoyance refers specifically to receiving information via seeing images or visions, other paranormal abilities encompass a broader spectrum. For example, telepathy involves the transmission of thoughts or feelings between people without the use of the known senses, and psychokinesis involves the ability to influence physical objects without physical contact. Each of these abilities opens a different door to exploring the unknown and offers unique challenges and opportunities. It is this diversity of abilities that makes the paranormal field so fascinating. It challenges our understanding of reality and pushes the boundaries of what is considered possible. By understanding the specifics of each of these abilities, we can better appreciate the complexity of the human mind and its connection to the universe. Are you ready to dive deeper into the mysteries that James Van Praagh and other mediums have to reveal? Let's continue this magical journey together. History is riddled with tales of psychics whose abilities have influenced nations and changed the course of history. One of the most famous clairvoyants was Nostradamus, a French apothecary and alleged seer whose prophecies are still discussed and analyzed today. His collection of verses, known as the Centuries, is said to have predicted numerous events, including the French Revolution, the rise of Napoleon and Hitler, and even the 9/11 attacks. Next, we'll talk about some of the most impressive predictions that actually came true. For example, the prophecies of Baba Vanga, a blind seer from Bulgaria who predicted the fall of the Soviet Union and the tragedy of Chernobyl. Her predictions, often veiled and symbolic, often only found clarity in their meaning after the events. These historical figures show us not only the possible existence of supernatural abilities, but also how such abilities can influence people's view of the world and its future. Their stories invite us to think beyond the boundaries of conventional science and explore the possible connections between our physical world and a hidden, spiritual dimension. With each example we look at, new windows open to understanding the potential that could lie dormant within us all. These historical testimonies invite us to reconsider our own relationship with the unknown and ask ourselves what else might be possible. Are you ready to travel further into the past and uncover the secrets left behind by these extraordinary individuals? Follow me into the next chapter where we will continue to explore the personal stories behind these mystical figures. James Van Praagh's journey to becoming a recognized medium is a fascinating story about the discovery and development of extraordinary abilities. Born into an average American family, James' mediumistic abilities began to show in his childhood, often in the form of intuitive impressions and unexplained perceptions. However, these early experiences were confusing and isolating for him, as he didn't understand what they meant or how to categorize them. Next, let's talk about some of the most formative moments in his career as a spiritual medium. A key encounter was his training under the guidance of experienced mediums who helped him to understand and hone his skills. This training allowed him to utilize his gift in a way that was both healing and insightful for those seeking comfort and answers. His ability to convey messages from the deceased has helped countless people make peace with their departed loved ones and has made him a key figure in the spiritual community. Another significant moment in his career was the publication of his first book, which made him internationally recognized and brought his teachings to a wider audience. This book and subsequent publications deepened the public understanding of spirituality and the afterlife and cemented Van Praagh's status as a trusted voice in the world of spiritualism. James Van Praagh's story is not only a tale of awakening paranormal abilities, but also an inspiring example of how to deal with uncertainty and turn it into a life mission. His experiences encourage us to explore and develop our own perhaps unrecognized talents. Are you ready to dive deeper into the teachings and insights James Van Praagh has gained from his experiences? Let's go further and explore the spiritual awakening processes he sees as essential for the next stage of human evolution. James Van Praagh's visions for the evolution of humanity are profound and provocative. He sees a future in which humans are characterized not only by technological advances, but above all by an expanded spiritual perception and a deeper understanding of the energetic connections between all living beings. Van Praagh describes a world in which intuition and psychic abilities, such as clairvoyance and telepathy, are widely developed and recognized and actively used in daily life. These abilities allow for more direct, deeper communication and connection between people and even between different species on Earth. Next, let's talk about how this vision differs from mainstream science. While science focuses primarily on the material and measurable, such as genetic changes and technological improvements, Van Praagh emphasizes the need for spiritual evolution. He argues that without a simultaneous development of human consciousness and spiritual capacities, technological advances alone will not be enough to take humanity to the next level of evolution. This approach challenges the prevailing paradigm that often emphasizes the material world over the spiritual and ignores how profoundly our inner experiences can influence outer reality. Van Praagh's ideas invite us to think beyond the limits of what is currently possible and to envision a more harmonious future in which our spiritual and material progress go hand in hand. His visions offer not only hope, but also a guideline for how we can grow and develop as individuals and as a society. Are you ready to explore the role of intuition in our future evolution and how we can cultivate it to reach our full potential? Let's delve deeper into this exciting aspect in our next chapter. Spiritual awakening processes are profound phases of inner transformation that are often triggered by life events or intense self-reflection. These processes mark the beginning of a journey in which the individual begins to transcend their previous belief systems and outlooks on life and develop a new, deeper connection with the universe and their own inner self. The signs of such an awakening can be manifold, including a heightened awareness of synchronicities, a deeper empathy towards other living beings, and an insatiable search for spiritual truth. Next, we'll talk about how these awakening processes affect human development. On an individual level, they often lead to an expanded understanding of one's role in the cosmic game and a more conscious way of living. Collectively, broad spiritual awakenings can lead to a society that places more value on cooperation, peace, and sustainable coexistence. These transformations are essential to the evolution of humanity as James Van Praagh sees it, as they raise not only the individual but also the collective vibration, ushering in a new era of consciousness. The changes brought about by spiritual awakening processes are not always easy or painless. They often require us to let go of old patterns, beliefs, and sometimes relationships that no longer fit with our new understanding of truth. This transition, although challenging, is crucial for our growth and development. Are you ready to further explore the role of intuition and how we can utilize it in this new era? Let's explore these intriguing questions further in the next chapter. Intuition is a central aspect of the human psyche, an inner knowing that is often described as a gut feeling. In James Van Praagh's vision, intuition plays a key role in the next stage of human evolution. It enables us to go beyond logical reasoning to make decisions and grasp connections that remain hidden from the mind. Cultivating our intuitive abilities can help us better deal with the global and personal challenges ahead and develop a deeper harmony with the universe. Next, we'll talk about practical examples of how to train your intuition. One simple method is meditation, which helps us to minimize the noise of everyday life and hear our inner voice more clearly. Regular meditative practice can increase sensitivity to intuitive impressions and improve our ability to interpret them. Another effective tool is to keep an intuition diary in which you record when you had an intuitive insight and how it turned out. This helps you to recognize patterns and strengthen your trust in your own intuition. In addition, consciously seeking out situations that require intuitive decision-making, such as complex social interactions or professional challenges, can sharpen intuitive skills. By consciously practicing listening to our gut feelings and reflecting on the results, our intuition can become a reliable guide. By developing our intuitive abilities, we open ourselves up to a new way of being that allows us to see beyond the visible world and recognize connections on a deeper, spiritual level. These skills are essential to not only survive, but thrive in a rapidly changing world. Are you ready to further explore how these intuitive and spiritual skills can coexist with scientific advancement in a technological age? Let's continue this exciting discussion in the next chapter. In a rapidly evolving world, technological innovation is often in the spotlight, while spiritual progress plays a quieter, yet equally powerful role. The comparison between technological and spiritual evolution reveals two parallel paths that shape the human experience in different but complementary ways. Technology aims to improve our lives through external means, such as improved communication tools, medical devices, and intelligent systems. Spiritual progress, on the other hand, deepens our inner understanding and connection to the cosmos, fostering compassion, self-awareness, and a deeper understanding of our own existence. Next, we talk about possible scenarios of how both aspects could interact in the future. One such scenario could be a world where technological tools are used to support spiritual practice. Think of apps that promote meditation and mindfulness, or virtual realities that allow us to live spiritual experiences in a fully immersive environment. Another scenario could be a society in which spiritual awareness guides the development and application of technology, so that ethical considerations and the good of the whole are always at the forefront. This integration of technology and spirituality could lead human evolution into an era where we are not only externally but also internally connected, enhanced by a deep understanding of both the technological and spiritual aspects of our existence. The challenge and opportunity of this convergence lies in finding a balance that fosters both innovation and deep human growth. With the further development of both paths, we could experience a society that is technologically advanced and spiritually fulfilled, a true synthesis of heart and mind. This notion not only captures the imagination, but also challenges us to think beyond traditional boundaries and create new possibilities for our collective future. Are you ready to delve deeper into the criticism and skepticism that such visionary ideas are often met with? Let's continue these reflections in the next chapter. Every groundbreaking idea, especially in the spiritual and paranormal realm, draws skepticism and criticism. James Van Praagh's visions and teachings are no exception. Critics often argue that his claims cannot be scientifically proven and that spiritual experiences are too subjective and variable to be considered reliable sources of truth. This skepticism is a healthy and necessary facet of the scientific method, which demands that claims must be testable and repeatable in order to be accepted as true. Next, we talk about how scientific and spiritual perspectives can be brought together. This requires an expansion of what we mean by knowledge and truth. Science and spirituality need not necessarily be in conflict, rather, they can complement each other by illuminating different aspects of the human experience. An integrative approach could be to use methods from both fields to paint a more complete picture of the human condition. For example, advanced statistical methods and qualitative research designs could be applied to investigate spiritual experiences while recognizing that these experiences can have profound, transformative effects on the individual that go beyond the measurable. This synthesis of scientific rigor and spiritual openness could lead us to break new ground in the study of human consciousness and paranormal phenomena. By honoring both perspectives, we open the door to deeper understanding and potentially new discoveries that satisfy both the skeptic and the believer. With this expanded view, we invite you to consider the possibilities that open up when we think beyond our conventional boundaries. Are you ready to prepare for the changes ahead and explore how you can evolve personally and spiritually? Let's explore these considerations further in the next chapter. In a world that is constantly changing and evolving, preparing for future changes is both a personal and a collective challenge. Personal and spiritual development plays a crucial role in this preparation. It starts with self-reflection and the understanding that growth is a continuous process. Techniques such as meditation, mindfulness training, and regular self-assessment can help to promote inner balance and clarity. These practices allow us to recognize reactive patterns and replace them with more conscious, thoughtful responses. Next, we talk about the importance of community and sharing with like-minded people. In times of profound change, a supportive community can be a source of strength and inspiration. Communities, whether local or online, provide a platform for sharing experiences and insights that are difficult to gain on your own. They not only promote individual growth, but also strengthen collective awareness and create an environment in which new ideas and approaches can flourish. Participating in group meditations, workshops, and spiritual retreats can be particularly valuable for forging deep connections and learning from the experiences of others. These preparations not only help us to face the changes ahead, but also enable us to actively co-create the future. By developing ourselves and connecting with others, we contribute to creating a resilient, conscious, and empathetic society that is ready to meet the challenges of our time. Are you ready to summarize your findings and reflect on the journey we have taken together? In the next chapter, let's recap the main points of our discussion and share some final thoughts. We have taken a remarkable journey through the visions and teachings of James Van Praagh, which have given us deeper insights into the possible next stage of human evolution. From the role of the clairvoyant in history to the importance of intuition and spiritual development in a technologically advanced world, we have illuminated many aspects that shape our understanding of growth and transformation. To summarize, Van Praagh paints us a picture of a future where spiritual awareness and technological advancement go hand in hand, a world where our intuitive abilities are valued as much as our scientific achievements. This vision encourages us to think beyond the material world and to recognize and appreciate the spiritual aspects of our existence. James Van Praagh leaves us with some concluding thoughts and suggestions. He emphasizes the importance of constant self-reflection and consciously striving for personal and spiritual growth. He encourages us to remain open and receptive to the messages of the universe and to be more aware of the connections that surround us. His message is an invitation to actively participate in creating a hopeful future based on understanding, compassion, and deeper connection. With these thoughts, we conclude our discussion and invite you to integrate these insights into your life and use them on your own spiritual journey. May each step along the way lead you to greater clarity, peace, and connection.